I get a little funny little feeling in my belly that I'm just happy and just can't believe the amazing people to let me be able to do something that I truly do love and truly do enjoy.
It's a frosty winter morning on a property 57 kilometres south of Tamworth, and Casey Clark is proudly checking on his future, Jill and her young calf.
Jill. Yeah, okay.
5 years ago, Casey was the winner of a special agriculture scholarship, and he has used the $5,000 he won to begin building his own limousine stud. It's still early days.
So as of now, I've got 3 head of cattle. I've got one of my old original cows that I bought off the school, and then I've got 2 of her calves that are both heifers, and they're doing really well.
The scholarships are offered through a Liverpool Plains group called Farming for Kids. Volunteers grow, harvest and sell crops, and the proceeds are spent on the welfare and education of the next generation. The region is renowned as the food bowl of New South Wales, and the fertile black soils have enabled more than $160,000 to be funnelled into scholarships and welfare programs. At last year's annual general meeting, the committee checked on the progress of scholarship winners past and present. While Casey Clark is 5 years into his dream, 2020 scholarship winner India Neen shared with the committee her goal of studying medicine.
And will you come back to Corindai when you're a super?
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I hope so.
Yeah. Good. So my dream is to move away from Corindai and study a bachelor in medicine or paramedicine. I just love helping people, and it makes me feel like I've successfully done something to this community, and I hope to return back and assist people with their everyday medical needs.
The scholarships are possible because of this 42-hectare block of land. This sorghum crop, harvested in April, yielded almost 300 tonnes and added $82,000 to the Farming for Kids coffers. Leased from the local council at the Corindai airport since 2003, the land is growing seeds instead of weeds.
Well, the land was sitting here for years, not being used, and it was a cost to council to maintain, because you've got to have it slashed, for fire. So it was a cost to them, and I believe it was about $100,000 a year to maintain that. So they haven't got that cost anymore because we do it for them.
This is the first crop in 3 years thanks to drought, but it's a cracker, and from start to finish, it's a community effort.
This year we've had a good season, which has given us a bumper sorghum crop. So all the machinery here today is all volunteered, and it's everything's donated, right from the seed, the fertiliser, from companies in Corindai, spray operators, machinery, sowing machinery. Anybody can come on board and do a little bit, which they do.
Farming for Kids has distributed money raised from harvests towards the welfare of the region's youth and community projects, including ongoing scholarships.
Each year it brings in an income of anything from $60,000 to $70,000, and then that money is reserved for anything like Farming for Kids, mainly on the Liverpool Plains, and it's all the schools and any projects within the Shire, any accidents or any family tragedies, illness, we come on board and offer some financial assistance.
The arts aren't neglected. The crop also helps fund a music scholarship. In recent years, it's also enabled a tiny Indigenous school to access vital allied health services, while Hollow Public School has just 21 students, and thanks to Farming for Kids, has been able to pay for speech therapy services through the charity Royal Far West.
So we access speech therapy from Sydney, and it comes straight into our classrooms every Tuesday morning.
Okay kids, as you know, each session starts with Yama, so I'm going to share my screen.
Sydney therapist Bronwyn Deacon zooms in via computer. She has other students around the state and none live within 100 kilometres of her office.
We think it's very valuable. There's lots of research that shows that telehealth speech therapy can be as effective as face-to-face, providing that it's done in an evidence-based way with support at the other end.
Yeah, it's great. It's been terrific. We've seen some real movement, and the kids are engaged, and each of the lessons are individualised, and Bronwyn assesses the children as to where they're at and then has goals and aims for each term.
At its heart, what Farming for Kids is doing is pretty simple, but its effects are wide-reaching.
You do a little bit for your town, which you got to, and it brings people together. And it's just a great feeling to do something for other people, and we'd like to see more of it.
For the people who are recipients of crop sale proceeds, like Indy and Neen, it's life-changing.
I'm hoping for the scholarship it will help my move to university, and also supplies such as textbooks or tutors or just anything that I need to assist me.
And Casey Clark's dream is growing before his eyes.
Oh, Jill, she's getting a bit of age on her now, but she's still my old cow, my old faithful, and I will never part with her until the day I die. But she's just been a really good, nice heifer to learn on and get around the shows and learn everything and every aspect of breeding and going into your own stud.